The morning sun cast a soft golden light, touching the face of an old man as he sat by the window. His name was Mr. Somnang, and he was 90 years old. His hair, white as the clouds outside, framed a face etched with the stories of a long life. His hands, though thin and frail, were gentle. The same hands that had once held his children, built the very home he sat in, and planted the tall trees that still swayed in the breeze. He gazed at the sky, and a serene smile graced his lips. He whispered, almost to himself, "It's time for one more journey." For many years, Somnang had lived a quiet life in his small village. He found joy in simple things, watching his grandchildren play in the yard, listening to the symphony of birdsong at dawn, and sharing tales of a world long past. He was content, yet he understood that life, much like a candle, burns brightly before it slowly and gently fades. That morning, he turned to his daughter, Lena. "Can we go to the river today?" he asked, his voice soft but clear. Lena looked at him, a flicker of surprise and concern in her eyes. "It's far, Papa. Are you sure you feel strong enough?" He gave a slow, deliberate nod. "Yes, my child. I just want to see it one last time." And so they began their walk down the old, familiar path. Each step was careful, each breath deep and measured. The air, rich with the smell of damp earth and the promise of rain, was the same scent he remembered from his youth. This was the very path he had run down as a boy, full of boundless energy and dreams. The path he had walked as a man, his shoulders strong, carrying the weight of his family's future. When they finally reached the river, Somnang found a smooth, flat rock and sat down. The water was a mirror, calm and clear, reflecting the dance of the sky and the trees on its surface. "This river," he said softly, his voice barely disturbing the peace, "has seen my whole life. I swam in these waters as a boy, I fished from these banks as a man, and now I've come to say goodbye." Lena's grip on his hand tightened. A tear escaped her eye and traced a path down her cheek. "Don't say goodbye, Papa." He turned to her, his smile gentle and reassuring. "My dear, everything in life eventually says goodbye. The sun says goodbye to the day, the flowers say goodbye in the dry season, and the rain says goodbye after a storm. But a goodbye only means another hello is waiting, somewhere else." He closed his eyes, and a profound sense of peace settled over him. He listened, truly listened, to the gentle murmur of the water flowing over stones, to the whisper of the wind rustling through the leaves, and to the sound of his daughter's quiet, loving sobs beside him. And then, as peacefully as a leaf falling from a tree, his breathing slowed. The lines of age on his face softened, and he looked as if he were simply surrendering to a deep and restful sleep. The river kept flowing, its journey ceaseless. The sun continued to shine, warming the earth, and for a moment the world held its breath in a silent, reverent farewell. Later, the villagers gathered not to mourn, but to remember and celebrate him. They spoke of a full life, one lived with kindness, patience, and a quiet wisdom that touched everyone. They said his earthly journey had ended, but his love, his spirit, still flowed on, like the eternal river, through the hearts of everyone he had ever known. Life is a journey, not a race. It's a collection of moments, of memories, of sunrises and sunsets. Every goodbye we say is woven with a love that never truly fades away. The final journey is not an ending to be feared, but a peaceful return, a beautiful and natural conclusion to a story well lived. Thank you for sharing this moment with us. If this story touched your heart, please consider liking and subscribing for more reflections on life's journey.